Okay, guys, welcome back to another Drop Podcast episode. This one I'm not doing live, which doesn't matter anyway if you're just watching on whatever it's called. If you're only watching on YouTube, then it matters. But if you're just listening, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, dudes, it has been a big week. Like, I got home yesterday and I was just like, you know what? You deserve a day of just like music. And so basically all day, that's all I did. I just played some music. I didn't do anything else. That was it. And I felt good. I felt fantastic. Um I made two really good beats, and I don't know. I'm starting to think that I need to start getting some of this stuff out. Trying to think about like how I should do that. Uh Cause this is now just gonna be on this channel that you're watching it on now. Actually, the only reason why I didn't do it live is because I forgot, like, it's a it's a new channel, and so what I have to do is like it said, like I have to wait like 24 hours before I can actually go live. But I already said, and I would have done it on the regular channel live, but I already said that I wouldn't do it on that channel anymore, and I didn't want to be a liar. So yeah, I just decided that I would just go ahead and do it not live, and figured that wouldn't be too big of a deal. Besides, think most people watch it after the fact. Like, I have 2 or 3 people that'll come, but most people watch after the fact or just listen to the podcast. Um, so yeah, it's not that big of a deal. At least not yet. But I am trying to think of like ways to kind of branch this out a little bit more. I'm really trying to, like, I've decided that music is, which I just said that I want to start getting some beats out. But there's a difference though. I I I want to start branching out with this more, like put more focus and emphasis on this, and just let the music be like a side thing, so not worry too much. Like, maybe I'll just put like a few dollars um into purchasing like what I did with what was it, hot pepper, where I just spent some money to get it like promoted and stuff like that on uh on Instagram. But it wasn't a big deal at all. Like, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it. I just kind of did it. And I think that's a better approach. Like, just put money into it and then walk away. Like, it's not anything too serious. It's something I'm doing for fun. Whereas this is the more serious thing. Um yeah. So I think that's the better approach, and I also feel like it helps me with my creativity. Like, ever since I stopped, because before I was taking it really seriously. Like, I was like, okay, music will make me some cash. Oh shoot, someone's calling me. Music will make me some cash. Hold on, let me text her. It's my girlfriend, so I can't. That's dangerous. Say good morning. I'm doing an episode. Ooh, news on that, by the way. Uh, Shoot, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, music. Like, I feel like my creativity has just been better, and I've been more able to put less time. It's not even like I'm doing less stuff. It's like, for some reason, like, just like the mental thought of, oh, I gotta do this, like, stresses me out. I think it's because, like, I keep trying to think of, like, what more can I do? How can I keep pushing this? How can I keep pushing this? Versus, just slap a couple of dollars on there and let it go. Um, and it's not like I'll be doing any less for it. It's just, for some reason, since I'm thinking about it less or taking it less seriously, it does kind of ease off on the mind a little bit. But yeah, but as I was saying though, some news on the drop, or not on the drop, on How About You. I'm not even sure if I want to tell you. Well, yeah, I'll just tell you guys. It's not a big deal. But some news on How About You. I am finally going to get my first episode for season 2 done today, and I'm trying this new thing where I wanna just do like rather than worrying about some sort of message, I want to take the approach where I'm just going to focus on having a conversation with this person. And then after the fact, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to dive into, like, okay, what did I learn from this person? Because most every conversation I learn something. And so I think this will be a big help in just helping me kind of figure out, or kind of, well, one, I think it'll help me to get more out of the conversation, and then two, it'll allow me to just be 100% present rather than focusing on trying to get to some certain direction, and that way the conversation will be more raw and less planned out and not as like particular. And I think I truly believe this. I think the best. I think whenever you give people kind of like an agenda, people try and think about it too much. And if you just come with such a casual approach and just keep it calm and chill and relaxed, like the conversation. I mean, besides the conversation just being much better, it'll just it'll allow those inside things that person wasn't necessarily planning on to come out a lot easier than if you say, okay, I want to talk about this, and they kind of pick apart that in their head and decide, okay, I think this would be an important thing to talk about, and this would be an important thing to talk about, which will actually damage the conversation, and make it less authentic, which is a huge problem. So, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Dang it. Check some books at the library. I see. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't. I forgot. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try for this, and just like for the first season, or sorry, I keep doing that. I have a really bad habit of like saying, like, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna try, and then I don't even talk about or like I talk without explaining what I'm talking about. I just kind of like assume that you guys know, but yeah, I mean, it's just something I noticed. But I'm going to try and do that with this episode. Sorry. I'm gonna try and do the thing where I just keep it a simple conversation for all of season what is it, 1, and I mean all of season 2, and then yeah, and then do like the following episode. So the objective that I want is I want to make at least 24 episodes. And some of those might just include the some of the older episodes, because I do feel like there were some things in the older episodes, like some areas that I just feel like were kind of missed out on. Or some things that I learned that I want to get back to and kind of address. Like Tori, I don't feel like I gave Tori enough, and she taught me a lot too. So I do think I kind of owe her a bit of I don't know, some respect there, I think. And then also Maxine Clark, as I've said before. And then the earlier the episodes, the more it just became. Um, I mean, the earlier the episodes, I was just exploring, so it wasn't as good. But now that I kind of have everything together, like I've put a lot of time into creating these episodes, and I mean just learning how I like to do it has helped me out a lot. So I think this season and this approach that I'm gonna take, uh, gonna make it more natural, and just the quality will be so much better. And then also just more content, and then two different types of content too. So it's like, the more the merrier. Um, okay, the next overdue book is, let's see, The Legend of Korra, Somewhat Absent-Minded Scholar. Okay, I believe I remember. I think I need another water for this one. Guy I'm trying to find is, and of course you don't know if you're listening, but I'm looking for, shoot, bro. Wonder if there's a way. Uh, hmm. By the latest, honestly, why not? So yesterday I got back from work, and I was sleepy as heck. I mean, I wasn't sleepy as heck. I was kind of sleepy, but anyway, I got back from work, and this week especially, like, I my sleeping habits were just kind of bad, uh and I was just kind of playing around a lot. Well, not playing around a lot, but I was on like strict, and I was also trying to figure out like I finally got like my bearings together, I think, as far as like dealing with myself a little bit, to be vague. uh I just so I kind of went through this thing like 2 or some weeks ago. I had like this weird like anxiety rush, and then I kind of figured that out. Well, I figured that out. Like, I gained some focus and some stability, which helped. And so it's not necessarily like I didn't fix the issue, but it was like I got bearings over it. Like, I got control again. And I notice like whenever I'm starting to like freak out. So that helped out. But what am I trying to say? But I've been kind of like just as far as my focus goes, I guess, has just been kind of off, and I wasn't really sure like what to do for a while, like, or not what to do, but I was just kind of like losing focus, and I didn't really have like the passion, or like the energy wasn't there. But anyway, so but so I kind of I refocused. Like, I sat back and I was like, okay, you know what I mean. I need to just uh take a step back, figure out my goals again. And so I did this thing, this exercise where I do seven. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. I do the 7 things. So I talked about this last episode, but swords is letter 1. No. So I did 7 like pieces of life that I'm lost again. 7 areas in life where that like I thought were very important to like your growth as a person. And I kind of came to the conclusion that you have uh these people look interesting. I came to the conclusion that it's like family, you have faith, you have family, faith, your mental, which would be like education, your emotional, um, what else? Your emotional. There's. Hold on. Do you know that the clues that reveal the location of the treasure across the bridge, land of the fearsome beasts? Okay. I need to get that. But anyway, so I put together these things here. Let me just look it up. I put it up on my Instagram, which you can see, but let me just read it because I know I started this conversation before, but I didn't quite get together. Whoops. So I'm just gonna look at it. So I decided mental, physical, financial, emotional, faith, family, and friends. And I was just trying to pick apart again, like, okay, so what kind of person do I want to be? Like whenever I think about my best self, what does that look like? And as far as like these goals go, like what does my family look like as my best self? What is my relationship with is it all move now? Okay, move. Okay, there we go. What is my shit, not really sure. See, this is what's so cool about this game. It's like you can just travel places, and there's just like stuff all over the world, or all over this land. Um, that's what's so cool about like the magic of Zelda is like there's just so much like secrets and so many like different places to explore. Like I remember playing Tony Hawk as a kid, and in Tony Hawk there would be uh like little secret places that you could go to, um, and just like I like the best part of Tony Hawk wasn't even the tricks. It was just like going to those little secret places, and I feel like that same like childhood magic is in Zelda. Like I was playing Ocarina of Time just as like a moment to just kind of like de-stress, I guess, like just forget completely about anything that um anything else in my life that I don't know. Well, just to like revert, like just explore like back like that childhood adventureness and stuff like that. I mean, just like yeah. I mean, 100% just like a de-stressor. Yeah. But anyway, so back to my things. So I kind of figured like as far as like my mental or like these are my objectives, right? So I'm setting my objectives that I want to pursue and achieve, and following that will come. Uh, Hold on, I have to read this. Bridge, fearsome beast, fall asleep. Magical tool. Okay. How do I do this? Because I think I need to take that fire out. Oh wait, no, I don't. Um, but alright, I need to get on track. I keep getting distracted. So I decided that for mental, like my education, I want to learn French, and um I want to continue my math education, uh because I love math. And I also think it is important to me to pursue I don't know, like psychology and physics, especially with like everything I'm trying to build, um, like all this stuff with all this stuff as far as I'm still lost. All this stuff as far as it goes with uh oh, there we go. That was weird. I thought it was closed. Um but all this stuff as far as like setting goals and stuff, and working with like children, like the idea that kids can still like achieve, all these things, um is important to me. And so that's kind of where that's my objective. Okay, so I want to learn French. Okay, so then like why do I guess like, well, you gotta have like a strong why, you know what I mean? Because without a strong why, you're not really gonna, like, you might be motivated for a second, but that's what's really gonna keep you going, you know what I mean? Um whenever you, like, there are those days that you just don't feel like doing it, it's that why that's gonna get you further. And so the reason why I personally want to keep pursuing this is, like, I just want uh I want to go to France. That's I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I want to be able to communicate with people from another country, you know what I mean? And also, I just feel like it helps you kind of expand your mind and explore, to be able to kind of see from a different perspective. um I feel like that's a huge benefit in uh in studying like another language, and also, just being able to go to another country, and even if you don't speak the language, just being able to go to another country will already kind of help you to see things in a different sort of light than you did before. Like, my grandpa took us to Ireland, and that was probably one of the most significant experiences that I've ever had in my life. Like, just to see, like, just to hear people talk with a different accent. I mean, like, obviously you have, like, I guess, like, Boston or whatever, but combined with the fact that it's like a whole like, it was alien to me. The land in Ireland is like rock, and rock with like green, super vibrant green color to it, and to be on the West Coast, and to see the beautiful the ocean was, so it was just magnificent. It was something else. Like, it's just, it's unique, and it's an experience that I think it was really, really special. Jeez. It was really, really special to me, and I'd want to go back. Well, one, I want to go back, and two, I want to give that experience. I want to be able to give that experience to, like, my children, or in, like, maybe if I develop like a curriculum, like a school of some sort, I'll do that with those kids. I'll help them develop a sense of, like, worldly matters, because that's a part of leadership, being able to understand each other. um it's part of leadership, and that's also something that I feel like has been lost. Like, school, like, this is one of my biggest things about school focuses so heavily on get a good grade. It's you versus everybody. Get an A. Da da da. Don't cheat. Don't work together. And well, one, that's a huge disservice, because to not learn how to network, to not learn how to, and I mean, you could argue like, oh, group projects, but no, it's really not the same. And also, what is your objective? You're working to get an A. That's, I don't know. That's a problem to me. I think we should work for something more long term, and to get a grade on a paper and then you just forget everything. See, every piece of information, you devalue it by putting that system. It devalues the information, and values more the what do I say? How do I say it? It values the grade over the information, and it makes people think that they are clever, so which makes people not think correctly. If you don't understand that you don't know, or just the perspective that you are learning something that someone else put years and decades of time into, but we don't learn that. We don't understand that. We sit in a class and we learn how to do algebra, and we think we're geniuses. Like, I remember this kid, he would always be like, oh, this is so easy. Like, he would sit behind me and be like, oh, this is so easy. Like, you don't even know what you're looking at. Like, the coolest thing in math to me is that every single step that you take, like, the further you get, the more you realize, like, how many hints were there of things that, like you saw the 2D picture of a parabola, but you had no idea that you were looking at a 3D object. You were looking at a slice of a 3D object. We had no idea. That takes That takes a level of intelligence to be able to see that and think, like, what are we looking at exactly? To even ask that question. No one knows how to ask that question, because they just value getting an A and moving forward. I went off on a tangent. I don't think I even finished my goals, but I'm very passionate about the school system. I think. Hold on, I actually need to read that. See, she says, in the last book you still need is a history of masks. I think it was checked out by Hagen, the mayor. How could he keep? Okay, I have no idea where that is. Who the heck is Hagen? But yeah, I'm very, very passionate, and I feel like there's a lot of changes that should be made to the school system, but I'm not gonna wait for it to change. I think the best thing that I can do is kind of take it under myself. Say, okay, I see this problem. How can I implement this change myself? I don't need to wait on anyone else. But the thing is, so I'm gonna educate myself. I'm not just gonna come out of nowhere. I'm gonna teach leadership, and part of leadership is exploring the world and understanding people, and also understanding yourself, building that relationship with yourself to know that, hey, even though I think I know this, there's probably a lot that's missing. Like, probably a lot that I still need to learn from and work on. And there's a lot of value in taking that perspective, because, one, it leaves room for growth, for self-growth. Because you don't know what you don't know until someone tells you that you don't know. But the problem is if we don't know what we don't know, we're never going to tell ourselves that we don't know. So sometimes it just helps to, just tell yourself that, hey, I probably don't know. There's probably a lot missing. Probably a lot that I still need to work on. To just take like a humbling approach. But nevertheless, went off on a tangent. On to the next thing as I search for this man. Physical. Okay, I've always wanted to look not like super jacked, but I always wanted chest, abs, and like nice triceps, like nice arms. So I mean that's it. That's the easy goal. Like obviously, that's what I see as like the thing. So how do I get there? Think about being fit, feeling fit, and but that plays into emotional too. But anyway, and then financial. I want to be financially free by 2022. So that's probably the most specific. And then how I get there, I've broken that down many times. And that would be a whole episode conversation itself. Emotional. I want complete emotional control of myself. So one part of that is just the understanding that I don't know. And that helps you kind of break down, break yourself down a little bit. Class simply cannot let you in. I have no idea where this guy is. Okay. Financial, emotional, faith. So I'm pretty confident in my faith. That's probably the one area that I am super satisfied with. And that's because I'm very comfortable with the fact that I don't know what's up there, and I'm gonna search. I'm gonna keep searching. But I don't know what's up there. But one thing that I do want, which plays along with just gaining perspective, is I do think I should, and I've talked about it before, but I never have. So I'm just talk right now. But I should put some energy into exploring other faith practices. Besides Judaism, the biggest things that I've looked into is Judaism and Christianity. A little bit of research into what is the other one? Islam. So all the only the monotheistic, religions. So I do think it would be worth looking into Hinduism and Buddhism and some of the more Eastern practices in comparison with Europe, So okay, so in the Minish book, okay. Cool, looks like we got a spot. Let's talk to this girl. So yeah, I just want to gain perspective, and then let's see what's next. So faith, and then I thought family. I don't even need to explain why family is important. Family is very important. Your family is the group of people that you share the most relationship with. And also your family is it's the one people in your life that can't. I mean, well, I guess people would prove me wrong. People have disowned their families, but I think generally speaking, for the most part, there's someone in your family that cares about you. And like I said, your family is the one thing that no matter what you do, how bad you treat them, they'll forgive you. And I think that is significant beyond measure. That is like if that's love, and I also feel like um that's how we should approach our relationships, as if we want to be a family. Um and if we did that, there would be a lot less petty dramatic drama and stupid stuff that we would care a lot less about things that just really don't matter. Um but for some reason we think matters in the moment. And like I said, that's something significant. Um, okay. Let me get over here. Next, family, friends. So I kind of dove into that already a little bit. But my friendships, I want to start looking with the perspective that my friendships are family. I'm going to treat friendships like there's no use in a fake relationship that's, hey, how's the weather? And obviously, you can't really control that. Like, if someone's not going to be there with you on a genuine level, then that's, whatever. Like, I'm not saying you can't ever do those conversations, but for those friendships that I do have, I want to treat them like, if someone's going to come to me saying, hey, I need to talk about something, I'll listen. Or if someone betrays me, like, treats me wrong, I want to come with the perspective, like, okay. And they come back and like, if someone treated me wrong and then they come back and want forgiveness, I want to give them that forgiveness. I think that's important. Um yeah. So I think I'm gonna as soon as I get to this cabin, I call it. Ah, shoot! I killed these mother truckers. One thing, my voice is kind of starting to hurt again, but one thing that I do want to touch on is trying to think about where should I put my beats. I know I said, like, I don't want to think of it uh as a job, but there's a difference in the perspective that I'm taking. Like, it's not necessarily that it's a job, but it's more that I mean, I want to make money. You know what I mean? I want to find some outlet that I can get this stuff out there on. Just to see, like, not even to think about it or put money into it, but just to upload it. You know. Oh, almost fell. Hmm. Um. So I'm gonna go ahead, start the outro. Like I said, my voice is really starting to hurt. Need to be careful about that. The heck? You can just start having bugs. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. There's a lot of conversation here, or in this episode. Nothing too specific that we touched on or talked about. But I do think this episode had a lot of value. If you feel the same, then maybe share this with somebody. That's honestly the best way to branch this out. Like I said, I want to start taking this seriously, the podcast. So, I would appreciate if you guys did share. Like I said, if you think it's a good thing and you want to support the podcast, like I said, the best way to do it is to just, be like, oh, hey, dude, check this out. This is kind of cool. Or, I don't know, something like that. Otherwise, just like a comment, like a subscribe. I do have a Patreon page if you want to support with money, but, it's definitely not necessary. I do this because I enjoy it. It'd be great if I could live financially off of this, but, I understand that, that, that's it's a process, you know what I mean, and it's cool. But yeah, so that'll be said. If you want to support me on Patreon, though, you can go to my website at joshuatbryan.com, which is, you can also go to my YouTube channel to check that out, find the link to that. No pun intended. And then you can also, my Instagram is joshuatbryan64. So you can go check that out. And I do have more episodes that you can watch on here posted, so definitely check those out. And trying to think if there's anything else that I am missing. No, I guess that's it. So, anyway, I hope you guys really did enjoy this episode, and I appreciate you watching. Remember, every single episode is going to be on this channel from now on with the podcast, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will check you guys next time. See ya.